Whoa, dude! Botswana! Hush! Oh, papagena! Potemkin na poka!
This is the cinemas! Have some respect!
Ma che ne vuole movies? Hush! Tomato. Look at you!
You again!
No! Milano, papadan, okay. Wow! Meow! Shish! Pure bacca la macchina!
That's it, buddy! You're out of here!
No! Oh, les movies! Papi! Stop! Macarena, shush! No, quello di cazzi! Para tu, paracana!
That's enough, fella! Move that tookin'!
Les movies! Bello, backflash! Po, Macarena, la pone...
Oh, well, if it isn't Mr. Peanut again. Out you go!
Stupa, la Macarena! Puja la Punjabi!
They do not pay me enough to deal with this baloney. Get up! Get out!
Oh, c'est les pouillards! Bayou pudding! Oh, Choucha! Stipa, les potes, snip, chat! Stopa, la Macarena! Bow! Okay.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Talks Too Much.
Oh, la potaine.
Hello!
C'est les slippers! Regardez! Ah non! Tocca tu!
Time to go, Gabby Goose.
Right there! Every one of the cities gets a shot at being star live on my stage!
Don't you look so worried, face? I've got one for you.
Time to put your walking boots on.
Milano, papadan, okay. Wow! Meow! Shush.
Welcome to another Scale Model Ninja. So it's Tuesday again, another fine week. So it's now carrying on with the Celestial Hurricane time. And yes, I managed to have a bit of a haircut. So I've gone back to being bald again. There we go. So as I said before, we are going to carry on with the Celestial Hurricane. I haven't really done much at all at the bench for the last sort of like 4 or 5 days actually. Last time I did anything setting at the bench or any time was last Saturday. So and that was when I did me 2 streams, one with my son and the second one was like my normal Saturday night stream, which I started on a Harrier FRS1, the Tamiya version, which is pretty much known to be one of the worst kits available out there. So yeah, not sure if Chatland's working at the moment, but we don't seem to be having any comments at the moment, so we'll just carry on and see where we go from there. So nope. Okay, so I've got nothing coming up in chat, so I'm not sure what's going on there. So if anybody has put anything in, I don't know about it. See if it's working. Yep. So we'll see if that's working, or there might be a problem with it, I'm not sure. Nope, it is working. So, there we go. Okay, so as I was saying, I haven't really done anything at the bench. Last Tuesday I didn't stream because personal problems, and I wasn't in one sort of like the right place at the time, so yeah, it was just one of those things. So what I'll do now is I'll change down to Magnum and carry on doing what I was doing. Ooh, let's see if I can wake Mr. Mousey up. There we go. And there we go. Should be... Yep. Again, I'm doing most of this in Zoom because it is mostly working with very much on a detailed section of this kit, and it's a matter of bringing all the little bits of detail out. So you got like that one, and then it'll be literally try to bring it out so it's pretty much like that with all the parts coming out through. Got that light on. Let's see if that helps a bit. There we go. Yeah, that's a bit better. You now see a bit more detail coming through, and just need a little bit tidying up here and there, and we'll carry on with those bits in a minute. But I have been doing the back of the staircase, so I've got a fair bit of it all detailed in now and there, but still got quite a bit more to do on it, which we'll be carrying on doing. Right, bringing out the studs there. Front of the steps is all completed, and we have part of the main coach frame all finished up, and we've got the front section, little balustrade section all finished and done. And then I've just been playing around with some candles today. So you can see it's got the little orangey wick type things for the flame on the top, and I've used lead vulture for the base section. I've got to do a little bit more detail on that, but I've used Ashbasti bone for the actual wax section, and then gone over with null oil, give it sort of like a dirty look candle, sorry, I should say. So yeah. So if there's anybody out there that wants to say hi, please feel free to drop a message in the chat, and then I'll see if I can reply to you for as much as I can. Oh, blimey. Oh, froggy throat. I managed to get the central piece for the celestial ball sorted near enough, so that's just mostly coming along quite nicely. So we're carrying on with that a bit more. We have got the actual coach part all finished, so that's coach and the horses are all sorted out, and armour and everything sorted. So that's just like temporarily attached to it with a bit of blue tack at the moment. Yeah, there's the central ball section is all done, and where I've actually done the eyes on the skulls and everything, I've actually used a bit of the green metallic, like a fluorescent green, in the eye sockets of the skull, just to give it a bit more depth and interest to it. I've still got this set of candles to do, but then that'll be all four candles done then, the main ones. What else have we been doing? Oh yeah, there's the central sun signia that needed doing, so that's all near enough finished. Just got the silver bits there to do, which I can probably get done now actually. Where is it? There it is. Basically another piece completed. As you can tell, I build off the sprue. That way I can move around the piece a lot easier. So paint before I assemble. I just find it easier. I mean, a lot of people don't, some do. And it looks like we've got Panzer Cat in the chat. Good evening, Panzer. Welcome. I've nearly got this bit done. So that's a little sun section done now. And we've got Edward Leonard in saying, "Hey Ross, how you doing?" And then you got Edward saying hi to Panzer. I'm doing alright, thanks mate. In a bit better place than I was at the start of the week, and especially the last couple of weeks. So yeah. But we've found out today the dreaded nits have hit the eldest one, so sadly it might end up being having his head shaved as well, so he ends up looking like Dad even more. Korra Pink saying, "Have you scared everyone off from chat? Lol, good evening all, one and all." And we've got Panzer saying hi to Edward, squishy hugs. And then Korra Pink saying hi to Panda and Edward. And Panzer saying hi to Korra. I don't know what happened there. I mean, there's 11 people watching by all counts, and nobody wanted to join in chat. But never mind. Everything everywhere like that. So yeah, they're all there. That was up there. View. Done. Another one there as well to do. So what I've actually been doing so far, I've been just doing small little pieces like that, leaving them attached to the sprue so we don't lose them. Like the little book here, that's now completing. That probably can get cut off actually and attached to the front section. Do a little bit of touch up on there. Before, I'm waiting for some certain pieces to arrive. There's like some little decals that will go onto the page there, and it looks like scripting on it without having to do lots of squiggly lines. I don't like doing things like that. I just don't think it looks right. That's gone. Now we've got Edward Leonard saying hi to Korra Pink, and he's going squishy hugs to Panzer. And then we've got Graham Corbett in saying hi Ross, long time no see. Good evening Graham, and welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well, mate. And you've got Korra Pink saying hi to Graham. Edward saying hi to Graham. And Graham Corbett saying laptop is knackered, so watching on my phone. How have you knackered it this time, lad? You've been watching them naughty programs again. So, just a bit. This is all going on the top of it. No. That's now that sorted. That can then be attached to the front of here, which is what that goes on to. So let's get a bit some sticky stuff. If it needs to actually work, or is it blocked? Yeah, it's blocked. Oh, I've left my lighter on me. He will be behind me. 1 second, I'll just go and grab that. I have got other lighters around, but I'm not sure which drawer they're in, and I'm not hunting around for it. There we go. Sorted. There we go. So, where we go? There we are. I'm a little bugger. And of course I've gone out. Actually I had to go and bloody drop the damn thing. Hey, where have you gone? Aha, there you are. If you get a flash of me bald head, I do apologise. Ah. Basically, little thing. There we go. So that's now the pulpit finished. Well, yeah, your spell book and everything like that. All now mostly sorted. So that's that piece finished off. So we'll stick them on there for the time being. Then we've got JC Bricks and Bills joining us. Good evening, James. He's saying evening, Ross, and everyone in chat. And then you've got Korra saying hi to James. JC Bricks and Bills saying hi to Korra. Edward Leonard saying hi to James. Graham Corbett saying hi to James. And JC Bricks and Bills saying hi to Edward and Graham. And Graham Corbett says, hi Korra. Sorry. Did you obviously forget Mrs. M? Tut tut. Let me leave that one a minute. There we go. Yeah. That thing's moved out of the way. So yeah, there we go. And then now we're going to carry on with a bit more on this. I've just been touching up around where the brush had hit the brown pieces a bit more. So I'm just using the Theoden brown to go around and touch up. Well, I've just gone a bit too wide on it. And then we can carry on with doing the detailing of this. And there we go. So that's the skulls and everything sorted out on it. Now we pick out these smaller details that are on the shields. While I've got the Ashbati open, I will just do this other one. As you see, I've just left it attached, just the top piece, which will be going on to wherever that goes. And it will attach by that top piece, so it's easier. And then we'll just do that quick coat of Ashbati. I think that's the last of the prayer scripts that I've got to do, I think. I could actually use like a pallid witch flesh to even get like a sort of canvassy type look. And you've got Panzercat saying hi to Graham, and you've got Panzercat also saying hi to JC, James. And then Korra Pink is saying, is TV on? Yeah, I haven't muted that either. It's one of them days today, I think. That last piece sorted there. So we'll stick you with the rest of the other bundle of bits. So we're slowly working our way through the 2 sprues that I've got to do. So that's all the parts there I've got left to do. So those bits can go over it. So as you can basically see, all the scripts have been done, and where they've sort of like needed, like the embellishments and that lot, I have done. So they'll just get a coat of either Agrax Earthshade over them, or more of the, probably more likely null oil, to give them the sort of dirty look effect. And then we've got the 2 little sort of like tower things. Just got to bring out the little details into them yet. So you might as well actually do them now before I put them to one side. Some of that little candle bit says tiny little incrustations there, or crustaceans I should say. Duh. So now where is it? There it is. Did you know? I want that one. That's the little skull and the little cross inside the rosette. Done on that one. So that can now join the pile of done bits. You remember I'd got this near enough completed. I just needed to do the sort of colouring on the two central balls there for like sun and moon sort of that thing. I've done one red and one yellow just to make it a bit more interesting. So that's that part that's completed. You just got to do the same on this one. And these go onto the actual side of the coach, or wagon I should say. There we go, that's that one done as well. So you can put you in that pile of bits. So all we've got to do here is little star sections there. On the next side. That's them two sorted. So that's them parts finished. Right. Yeah, I keep forgetting. I'm getting there. So I'm getting backroom chatter from Mrs. at the moment. So that's them two done. We're going to pile there. A little bit in here. Ah, there is. I thought so. You got Graham saying Ross not been keeping too good, but on the mend, mate. Alright, well, it's what happens, mate. I mean, you know where we are if you want to chat, mate. So what you got to do is drop us a message or something like that, and then or give us a call over Facebook, and you're more than welcome, mate. Let's try that already. Yes, Pan's a cat. The missus is nagging me. Nothing unusual there. She's going, he's got his bad habit again. What do you mean again? Never went in the first place, woman. So then, what's everybody got on their benches? And what have they had to scoff tonight? For me, it was a ham and crisp sandwich. That was about all my dinner consisted of so far tonight. Oh, and a can of energy drink. So, 2 little shields there. I think we'll do them in silver. They're the only 2. What makes me laugh though is that most of this detail will be hidden, so you won't be able to see it anyway. But I just paint it because I think it looks better with it being painted than just leaving it plain wood. One now. So I'm going to use the Rune Lord Brass next. And I'm going to do this on the little hammerheads that are underneath. Like so. You got Panda saying, Korra, it's all James' fault. Yep, it is. It's always going to be, it always will be. We'll never change. Then Korra saying, lol to Panzer. And Korra Pink saying, nothing bench and a couple of ham slices in belly. Fair enough. Edward St. Leonard saying, bench is black coach, belly is chipolata chicken burrito bowl. Fair enough. Then Panzer Cat saying, belly, I may have scoffed a double white Stilton cheese and bacon burger, or 2, or 6 in his case, no doubt, because 2 will probably just be a light snack. And his bench is some track links. Fair enough. The thing is though, are you on the right track? I must admit, Edward, that black coach thing does look nice. I have been sorely tempted about whether or not I'm going to actually get one myself. I probably will do at some point. But I'm still trying to find the last few magazines from the Mortal Realms collection. Once I've got all them, then I will start looking about getting something else that I've got my eye on. And for some reason I don't think Mrs. M will probably agree with me getting it, because I'm actually getting the Imperium magazine at the moment. But I've been looking at the Titanic from Hachette Artworks. And I think it's a stunning looking kit. Especially with it coming through with lighting and everything else. So yeah. There we go, that's most of the detail work done underneath. Little shields and everything like that. And there are a few more little minor bits that need sorting out. Which is the bottom of the handles there. Okay, and then it's just need the lead belt for next. And on that I need for That one empty, basically. Panzer going, Ross, you can't hang the Titanic from the ceiling. Very, very true. And then Korra saying, yeah, he wants it because it's got light. No, it's, well, that's one of the reasons why I want it, because it will be my first ever attempt at doing lighting on a kit. And two, I've always loved the legend of the Titanic. And it's one of the sort of like resounding stories that sort of stuck with me, and I've remember my granddad talked to me about it. And then my little gran, because she was sort of like 102, I think, before she died. Quite a few years now back that she died. But she actually remembered the day it happened and everything like that. And she was sort of like used to regale stories about how it was received by people in this country back then. There we go. Yeah, that's all them done. Now, like with the central band that goes around, you can see on this side we've gone between red and blue for the little jewels in the celestial on the Stormcast Eternal crest markings. I'll be doing that on the edge of the steps because they have the same sort of thing there. So we'll do that, and then there's also two in there to do, and there's actually one on there that I've got to repair as well, if I remember rightly. Get there. I must have caught it with my finger or something. So I need my Tamiya clear colours now. Red. No, that's yellow. There it is. There, and there's the blue. Needles. Just got to repair this one. And there we go. And that's all of them sorted. Yep. You over here because you're completed. You're completed, so you can go over there with that pile. Little base section for a central pillar. That's completed. So we are getting quite a bit done. It's just that when I start putting everything together, all this work at doing separate pieces and everything sort of comes together, comes into its own, I find. But it's just one thing I prefer doing it this way. I do it this way with all my builds. And then one there is red. So that box will do in blue. So that's all them sorted. Edward Owner's going, thanks Ross. I did one part work, the Rossi bike. While it was fun, I wouldn't be doing another. One is enough for me. It's a lot to spend on one thing. It is. I totally agree with you, mate. It isn't probably the cheapest way of doing it. But if you are sort of like you and me, where we can't really afford to go out and buy the big kits. I mean, I would love to get the big Titanic kit from Trumpeter, but there's no way I could afford that in one go. So I do things like the part works, especially with like the Mortal Realms one and the Imperium, because of the amount of stuff you do get with them, and you do get quite a bit, that I will say. And I've smudged another one there, the red. I'll sort that out in a minute. Must have caught that. Oh, there, that must have caught as well. So that's two I've got to touch up. So yeah, this is basically, well, we've got Dorkosaurus in saying, hello Ross, Korra Pink and all you lovely people in Chatland. Good evening, mate. Hope you're doing well. Right. There we go. Sorted. So that's the little steps all finished. So you can see that side. And we've got the little bits down the side there with little gems showing. And then underside of it all sorted. So yeah, quite happy with the way that's turned out so far. So we'll just put that to one side. Enjoying all its other little friend that are completed. So you know, we've been doing this part as well, which is the actual central piece to the main ball thing. So that's got to be worked on there. Oh wait, that can go back over there now. So that's finished. We're actually getting quite a good pile of finished bits slowly but surely. Where two bottles and bookcases. That'd be a fun part to do. So next we're going to be doing finishing these candles off. Just around the base of it. I have ordered my first ever let's see. Oh, we've got Sarah Jane joining us saying hi to Korra. Sarah Jane saying popped in to show support. Then you've got Korra saying hi to Sarah and hi to Dorkosaurus. Edward Leonard saying hi, Sarah Jane, hugs. And Sarah Jane saying hi to Korra, Dork, and even Edward, hugs. Then Panda Cat is saying hi to Sarah Jane and hugs. Dorkosaurus is saying hey to Edward. And then we've got Stanley George in. Howdy, my British brother. Good evening, Stanley, from across the pond. Another one of my American friends there joining us. He's from the Infinite Models group and ATS, All Things Scale model. I generally go into their chats if there's nobody around in our 24/7 hangout. So I'll go and generally join in there and cause havoc and mayhem over there, which they seem to enjoy. Then we've got Sarah Jane saying, "Not talking to you, Panzer, turncoat." Hey up, Panzer, what have you been doing now, honestly? Sorry, doing good, Ross, just working, trying to get caught up. Fair enough. Then Korra, I think, saying hi to Stanley. I think this is the first time Stanley's actually managed to catch one of the live shows for... because he's normally complaining every time I go in there, saying, "Oh, well, you were streaming earlier on. I've missed it again." Do apologise, but at least you managed to catch it this time, mate. Obviously, Sarah Jane's then forgiven Panzer because she's saying Panzer hugs. Dorcas says, "Be right back." He's obviously off for a fag. And you got Edward Leonard saying, "It's not really the money, Ross, it's what you have to do to build it up. I had more fun with a giant Lego Millennium Falcon." I bet. That was actually quite nice. I mean, I would love to get one of them myself, but again, just can't justify the cost of it. Believe me, I would love to. But if I turned around and spent something like 400 or 500 quid, and I think even more for the big Millennium Falcon, then yeah. So I've seen the one in the actual main Lego shop in London, and it is huge. But yeah, still doesn't help for dream, I suppose, one day, if I ever get monetized on Facebook and on YouTube and get sponsors, then maybe I'll be able to do one. Let's see. Then we've got Stan and George saying, "You're the man, Mr. Ross. Thank you very much." Then we've got Edward Leonard saying, "Hello to Stanley George." And he's also saying, "Yeah, my wife was a little less than thrilled." I bet. Yeah. I say, it's not exactly something you can hide under your arm and walk in, is it? That sort of size box that you need when you get with that. It's pretty obvious when you're walking in with something like that. It's like with the Titanic. That's another kit from sort of like Trumpeter that you can't really hide under your arm. I mean, it was bad enough when I had the box for the Italeri 135th S100 sitting around. That was just over a metre long. So yeah, to say she wasn't overly impressed with it is an understatement. This one now. Okay, so again, we're going to use the neon oil just to sort of like go over the candles. It makes them look old and dirty, because this is going on the outside of the coach after all. And then what we'll do is, in a minute, we'll get the technical colour, what I use. So I've gone from like the let's find something that's plain. So you get generally the plain colour like that, which is what I use for like give it sort of like the wax colour, and then I'll just change it down. So you can just see where it's gone a bit dirtier with the neon oil going on top of it. A minute. And then we've got a contrast Yandan yellow. I generally use this as a flame, because you'll see in a minute. Hopefully, if it does allow you to pick it, well, it does allow me to pick it up. Not too much on that. So, if you look careful, I think when you do it right, you can actually look up what's going up really there. Just trying to find something that's plain white. Typical, whenever you want something that's plain white, you can never find anything. Yeah. Typical. All my bits of paper and everything gone. But yeah, it's sort of, the outside areas then go like a tingy yellow, but the inner section in the middle, that stays like a orangey colour to give it like the more of a flame effect. And that's just basically achieved by overloading your brush. That's how I managed to achieve that idea. But yeah, that's them little flame candles sorted. So we just need to touch up bits of little gold cresting. And then that's the candles done. Yep, so that's now all four of the main candles sorted. Just leave it there to dry. So now we go back to this part. Now I have decided on like a painting scheme for this, and it works out the same way near enough as those parts. So it comes out like that, but it'll go around the top as well. So on this one, I'm going to paint that section the brassy effect, which is that one. Typical. Yeah. What I'm going to do is just going to go around the base of these, and we'll touch up the spikes in a minute. Good. There we go. Touch these bits up there. Okay. So that's them sorted out. That top railing. We'll touch up so it's close to the brown in a minute. So on here we've got some lettering. It's one of the reasons why I've done the scroll in silver on this one. Well, it's I think it's, I don't know which one did I use. It weren't lead Belcher, I think it was yeah, was it? I can't remember which broom colour I used. I think there we are. Iron Hand Steel I used to go over the crest there. Still got to go around it and just tidy up where I've touched around, but I might as well do that once I've actually got all around the crest areas here sorted. As you can see, we've got another candle there that I've done for the Ashpati bone, and then that part's got to be silver there. I'm getting, look at, there we go. Might have to get a new pot of aluminium out soon. Use that one for yonks. And then we've got other small details on here that I'll be bringing out again, like the rivets along there. Those will be sort of like painted as well. So that's that now. Put some more in there. And then we've got Dorkosaurus back from his smoke, his fag break. And basically, how are you feeling, Dorkosaurus? Hope you're doing better now. You should remember the crest somewhere. There's two in there, isn't there? Yeah, I had a bit of fun today with my youngest. He decided to butt into a phone call that I was having with his mum. And first thing he said, I want sweets. I said, okay, fair enough then. You can have the rest of Dad's M&M's off my desk. He were over here like a bleeding shot. Knew exactly where he were looking. Straight away, bang, he'd gone and got them. He didn't need offering twice, little lad. Okay, so now when it comes to the lettering, what I'm going to try and do is just go over it gently and see if I can bring this lettering out without actually losing the detail. Okay, it's working. What the ears seem to be doing, especially when you want it sort of like to show the letters up a bit more. And there we go. So I've got the little letters going across the, there we go, across the piece of scrolling. You know that one's going to go gold. Look, was saying I was getting a package ready to ship. Fair enough. Time to start the next painting job. Yeah. There. Look at that. And then we've got these crosses at the top here that we're going to do in gold. But there's a central pin on them. We'll be painting a slightly different colour. Well, it'll be going into lead belcher anyway, that one. Two more there. That's the scroll. Yeah, when you're doing kits like this, it's there's a lot of work involved in them. So yeah, this is probably going to take me longer to complete than the Chaos Dragon that I did. Crosses inside here as well. These little buggers. Yep. That's the interior little pieces done. Right up there, up like that. And you can see the crest and everything will be coming out quite nicely into that. Just go around the edges of the shields. And hopefully that should lean them up nicely. I think so. Regard to the sword there in the middle that I've got to be done. So I don't really matter so much if I touch the brown so much on it, because I'll be going over that before I actually go over the edge of the woods and everything like that to make it a bit more dense on it to it. So I've got that bit done. So that's done there. And I have actually ordered myself some new paintbrushes. Not that I haven't got enough of them already, like, but ordered myself another detailing set. And that comes again with the 10/0. At the moment I'm using a 5/0 brush just to get the details in. But there's the ones I'm getting are sort of like, one's a lot firmer than the other. That one. Here. Again, I keep touching little bits of brown, but I will go around and hide them all up fairly soon. Oh, itchy nose. Nope. 3 of the 4 shields done. I mean, that's one of the reasons why, most preferably proves the reason why I actually leave things off the sprue. Well, I don't assemble everything straight away. And this is one of the reasons why, because you get things like this where they're really, really small, and it's easier to move pieces like that around. When what it is actually to, and what it is to actually just have it all built up and then try and paint it then, because that'll be even more of a struggle. We've got Mark Schiller joining us saying hi Korra, and then he's also saying hi to Edward. A bit firm than soft. Yep. So, no, that's a bit of a debate. What we're going to do with you, I think I'm going to have to, yeah, I think we'll just leave that as it is wood-wise in that piece. So I've still got 2 more of the sort of little statue things to do. All these little guys are actually holding a sword, which will make it even more interesting to try and actually paint the swords, which I will try to do. I think that's part of the challenge for me, seeing how much of the really, really small, insignificant detail can be brought out on them. That's that part done. Then we move the front over there. So yeah, that's now come along quite nicely. As you can see, all the different colours and everything are in it. It's all decked out properly. Real quick squeak. That's better. I'll just move that out of the way. Okay. So now we've got the little spikes to paint across the top there, and then there's also some brackets that come off on that side. I don't know if that's on the other piece at all. I'll just moved over it. Yep, there is. And we did them as well. Alright, just want down. Yeah. Foinkoff doesn't want anything to go tonight. Edward Lerner saying, looking good, Ross. Thank you very much, mate. I must admit, I'll be extremely glad when this thing's finished. It's just going to take time and effort, because as I said, I make a rod for my own back at times. And that's mainly because I pick out way too much detail than what's actually brought out on the original that comes out. And especially in a way, that's what I find as part of my, when it comes to the challenge of doing it. And there's also part occasionally just like a cheeky way of actually giving a bit more pizzazz to it, as they say. Mark saying you have a good eye and a steady hand, Ross. Yeah, it's probably one of the reasons why I'm going to bleeding blind, because I don't wear a magnifier when I'm doing this sort of thing. I really should start doing that because it's sort of straining my eyes a bit. But yeah, it's very rare that I ever wear a magnifier. And I do have 2 of them, but they just sit in the drawer. Well, actually I have one. It's the other one's Mrs. M's. And so she'll probably tell me off for saying, no, it's not yours, it's mine. So before she can start doing that, yes, it's her one. And she barely uses it herself, so that's why it gets really classed as mine. Because I use it occasionally, not very often. I should mention. Okay, so that's that part done. That's that part done. Oh, I've got little skulls in here, haven't we? Yeah. No, they're little stars actually. There we go, that's that bit done. So now I need a aluminium again. So yeah, that's that piece near enough. All sorted, just a touch up on the browns, and then where there's little rivets and everything, you can go over them with the lead belcher, if I remember rightly. I do studs on this one. Yeah, I did them in lead belcher. I've actually missed 4 off on that side. Not very clever, Ross. So that's sorted. So now I've got to find the same little things on here, just the little rivets and everything. Now I may have to come back and paint them in a separate colour. It depends. Okay. I think I got the candle there. And Corbrink's just saying, you just said it out loud, lol. Yep, probably. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to make the bracket in lead belcher. All this little stud's done. There you go. And come out from there. And over there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the S bracket a different colour. Where's the itchy nose? New brass one. Not brass. There we go. There we go. So that's this part now. Almost getting to the point of completion. There'll be a fair bit more still to do on it, but I think it's slowly getting there. And then I've just got to repeat all this onto the other side. Okay. Little crest there that we've done. One there. There we go. And one there. There we go. And just go back over the top of these again. There we go. So that's that bit. I'd say majority of it is done now, which I'm quite happy about on this side. I'll just have to complete the other side to make it look the same. That's not one I want. So, dope. Yep, Colin and Mr. Foxy's talking to themselves in chat at the moment. I've actually missed a stud there and one there. Alright, I'll get them sorted out in a second. There we go. Yeah, so basically that's now all the detail I wanted to pick out of it. I've done so. There we go. No more. There we go. So yeah, all the details gone up to there, around the top, and then even on the inside of it. So that's one side done. Oh, it's a matter of doing. Let's see. Oop. Gear pit section done before I start to even attempt the other side of that trailer, because it isn't the easiest one to do, and I've made, as I said, I keep making it harder for myself, but hey, all fun and games. It's how you manage to learn things, especially new ones, and then I use it also a way of practicing different ideas. Well, here's another question for you lot out there. When you first started modelling and you'd finished and painted your first ever model, do you use it as a paint mule when you do different paint schemes afterwards, or do you just keep it and put it aside somewhere as a reference to where you started from, and then you can look back on it and say, yep, I've done all right, thanks, and then go and put it on the scrap pile? Or most of the people, like I know, actually have kept their first ever model kits that they've built. So, inch, that's real brass. And still, so yeah. This bit here. I'm not sure if there's anybody else streaming tonight after I finished. Sometimes I think it's gross models that actually come on first thing in mornings. Next on Tuesday night with their gaming stream or something like that. So yeah, you'll be able to watch them. I think he's if he was going to start though, he'd start now. Usually, I think. Mark Shard's saying, still have early aircraft kits hanging from the bedroom ceiling. Yep, well I've got some that's still hanging from the kids' bedroom ceiling. How the hell they stayed alive, I don't know. They stayed in one piece up there, because the way the kids throw crap around that bedroom, I'm surprised the damn things haven't dive bombed them in the middle of the night. So you've got Roaring, who's sleeping roughly, and I think it's 15 Harriers hung up over his bed, and then the other little monster, he's got a fairy former sort of like hanging around up above his head. So how they haven't swatted them down yet, I don't know. They're usually pretty good at that. Yeah. Brown. Again, so what I'm going to do here is just paint it in the wooden brown. Well, they're called I think it's Theoden brown. Or Thundeer, I think it's called. Okay, and the arms and brows there. We've got Korra Pink saying, think Ross is on a Saturday night. Yeah, sometimes he does a Tuesday, I think, as well. More so, normally before my stream starts, there's usually somebody else on. I think it's Lisa's Craft Station, so I'm not sure when they're coming back on, or if they're coming back on a Tuesday or not. Now that we've got near enough New Year started, as they say. And the wife's saying the kids broke her first kit. Yeah, I think that was the Black Pearl, I think she did, or the Ghost Ship, I think it was called. Was the wife's first model, and she was in the middle of building a diorama, so I don't know where that's gone though, whether she's thrown it out or not. Hopefully not, because I'll have me Flakverling, I should say. Oh yeah, I got your words out straight tonight. So I'm not sure where diorama, she was making dry stone walls and everything. So yeah, doing a real good job of it at one point. Well, I've not seen it in a while. My ones that we were both doing, because we're doing like a oh right, it's that little lotus thing, weren't it? I think you were doing, weren't you, hun? Okay, so that's that bit done. Oh, pardon me. Look. So basically that's what I'm doing now. What part that is, I'm not too sure. So yeah. We've got Korra Pink saying it's on top of your wardrobe, you daft sod. Is it? I don't know. I don't know where you stuck it. I thought there were bloody trays or something up there that you were up there. Didn't know that stupid thing was up there. Well, now you know where it is to get it down and get it finished. Then we've got Marcus Brun saying, evening all, Ross been lurking in the background, half asleep lol. Mark Shadow's laughing at that. Well, you finally woken up, I take it then, Marcus. And then we've got Panda Pussy saying, hi Marcus. And yes, I will keep saying to you, you got to change it to Panzer Pussy, not Panzer Cat. That doesn't make a right nickname. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so there's obviously little silver insignias on that side, but there's nothing of it, but there is little tiny bits of silver insignia. Make sure it is right. Nope. Now both of them sorted. That side. Now should I make that bit gold as well? Just to make it stand out a bit more. Nope. Let's see. You got Mark Shadows saying, or Tony Tiger. They're great. Fair enough. And then you got Korra saying, no, first kit was a Jaguar E-Type. Then I did dinosaurs. Then Ghost Ship, followed by started a diorama. Fair enough. I knew it was in some weird order. Okay, near enough this is done now. This piece. What time are we on? Oh, 11:30 already. Time flies when you're having fun. But we have managed to get quite a bit sorted tonight. I'm sorry if I am boring you about painting things. But when they're all painted, you will get to see me putting the majority of it all together. So, you see, that's what. Ooh, there we go. So, all I've got to do on here is again little rivets that go down the side, and then the clear blue into the centre of the little insignia for Stormcast. I think there's 4 little tiny ones on there as well to do. So that'll make it even more interesting. You got Mark saying hi to Sarah, and then Sarah Jane saying hi to Mark. So yeah, I mean that's time for me nearly to say tutty bye for now, because I think now that I've managed to get that bit done near enough, and then I will try and get this one sorted out. And I've just noticed that I've not done the candle on that one, the flame. We'll just do that quickly, and then I'm going to probably do the little bits of glowy green stuff in the skull's eyes that are actually in the bottom there. Lucky. So that's the little candle dump. And little swords there by the looks of it. They're holding. So, yep. See. Mark Shaw saying, going by the old Frosties breakfast cereal advert back in the day. That going right there, right. Well, that's a long time ago since I've seen that advert. That's for one thing. Yeah, that's odd. Just touch this side up now. This is the problem I have. Say I'm going to sort of finish off in that lot tonight and end up spotting something else that I've missed or need to touch up. And then just end up carrying on what I'm doing. That makes sense. Never mind. There's two more there and a few more up there to do, but looks like nope. That was better. Okay, I think that's nearly. Still quite a bit more touching up around, especially around the shields and that lot that I've done, and I've caught it. I've just got to do more touching up around them. It sounds like the little brats are moving around upstairs. There's one thing I do like it when you get to the point where you're doing this sort of thing, just tidying up the edges. And it makes the piece come alive. When you start getting it's a bit more crisp line. Yep. One little bit there. Okay, I think that's near enough. Got that line sorted out. And I think we've got the edges all sorted as well, near enough. There we go. So, yeah, I think we'll call it a day there. So that's where we've got to on that. You can see we've got all the, it's got the hilt of the sword to do there, and then the little sword blades where the monks or the wizards are holding at the bottom there. They've all got swords in the hand, so we'll get that sorted. Let's see. Mark shouted, "Remember, ready, Breck, how to get your kids to glow in the morning, in the dark." Yeah, I remember that advert as well. I was eating it, but never glowing on the way to school. Nah, nor was I. Good stuff though. Especially when you used to put either honey or jam with it. Mark showed Dave Allen's sketch about current adverts. Eat Ready Breck was changed to want your kids to glow in the dark. Live near wind scale. Yeah, I'm old, but a Dave Allen fan. Fair enough. Lol, no, it's the cat being a pain. Oh, fair enough. Sarah Jane saying, what's Panda doing upstairs? Probably feeding his face on his snacks from his bench. You got Korra Pink laughing at that. Then Mark Shaw's saying, Sarah lol, my cat thinks it's a good idea to run around at 2 AM. Oh, ours does as well. But he also has a habit of clawing at doors, sort of like any time of the night, and causing a pain in the bum that way. So yeah, we'll call it a night so far, I think, on this. Oh, I've got a fair bit done, and I'm happy with the progress tonight and what I normally am. So we've got most of the detail done on that. Just got a few more little tiny bits to touch up, which I'll probably do, and hilt and blades on the wizards at the front there. And so the pile of finished bits, thankfully, is growing nicely. So yeah, I might do them. It's all those for them that around the window, the crenulations around the window that I'll be doing as well. So yeah, we'll change back up to Facey Cam, and I will say good night to everybody. So, and there we go. Back to my ugly mug. So, got Edward Loader saying, thanks Ross, night everyone. And then Korra Pink saying, good night everyone. So, yep. Night everybody, take care. Happy modelling, stay safe, and carry on. See you later. Bye-bye for now. I'll see you on Saturday, next live stream. And that'll be at 11:45 with the little midget. And again, Saturday evening at 10 o'clock. So, bye-bye for now.